It depends whenever it comes to, remember I've told you that news events, they just follow your current overflow, your current market structure and all that. All they do is to create volatility, not direction, basically. So looking at the DXY from the weekly, the most important analysis is just here on the DXY. I think I told you that the DXY, it's currently bullish, right? The DXY, which is basically the dollar index, which resembles the strength of the dollar compared to your major pairs and all that, is currently bullish. So this is the confirmation that we are currently bullish on the DXY. So us being currently bullish on the DXY, and this is going to take almost the entire year. It can take even the entire year just to come from where it is to even all the way there. Because if you check from here, that was in 2022 up until here, which was last year. So I'm saying even from down here where it is to get even all the way up until the brick structure up there, it would take the rest of this year. So basically, we are bullish there on the DXY. We've done this confirmation to the upside, and we have tapped this extreme demand, which is good. So here inside, the only inside break that they must do is this one. So it's literally something like this. It's just this inside break that they are now coming for, which is literally this. Then there, that's our overall break, which is basically our target for the year. So the most important thing, why am I starting from the DXY? So that you understand even when we look at the other pairs, you literally see how they are confluencing with that DXY analysis and all that. So once you know how they are confluencing with that particular DXY analysis, that's how you know even how to maneuver and work on that. So yeah, they've also done this. They've also broken above there. So even if they come to this demand here, it's also still fine. This one, we can even remove it. It's no longer necessary. The only necessary one that we have now is this one. So they can even come like this and break and go on to break this, go up until they reach the ultimate target like that. So this is basically a rough idea of what's happening on the weekly time frame. Then when we go to the daily, we just want to see how our daily structure is also confluencing to the weekly structure. We just want to see how our daily structure is confluencing to the weekly structure. Let's go to the daily. On the daily, we can literally see something here, which will help you to understand that based on what we are seeing on the daily, they took this out, yes, which is good. They also induced here to the downside. Okay. Then they did break to the upside. So literally just having and using this information that we are seeing on the daily. Let me confirm if this is a full break there. Yeah, it seems like they broke to the upside there. Because if that is the case now, it means they are no longer coming there, but they're just going to pull back here before they come for this break. There, they can literally come after this internal break like that. So that's when they can now come maybe to this one. But for now, we're just focusing on this current structure here. So now they can even give you a pullback maybe to this level here. You can even pull back to this level, then shoot up until they break that structure to the upside. So currently the DXY, this is our current lookout right now. So having this analysis like this, it can also help us to understand the strength of the dollar. Once you understand the strength of the dollar, so you realize that NFP tomorrow, which is Friday, it can literally all we now need on the lower time frames, we just need to confirm if ever it has actually changed structure up there on the lower time frames to facilitate this pullback. Because if it has changed structure there on the lower time frames to facilitate this pullback, definitely the dollar it has to fall tomorrow. Then if the dollar is falling, then you align your trades in that particular direction and whatever. So basically, this is what we're anticipating on the DXY. This is our current analysis on the DXY. Let me check the 8-hour and the 4-hour. If ever there's any confirmation there. 8-hour, because they have to take out this. If they don't take out this, it means they they will literally, if they don't take out this and they confirm here, they can literally push to the upside. That's why the lower time frame confirmation there is very vital. So here, let me see what's happening on the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, the good part, they've actually taken this out, which is good. So now, we just now need lower time frame confirmation now to see if ever we are going to pull back up first before we come down. Because even if they pull back up, they're not violating any structure. Even if they pull back to this level before they come down like this, it's not even a violation of structure. There is no violation of structure. Even if they do that, there's no violation of structure. So here, the most important thing is just your lower time frame, structure. Once you get your lower time frame structure and you see how it's changing, if it's changing or if it has changed, then you just align your setups with that particular analysis. I always say this, that analyzing the markets is not it's not a one-time thing whereby you just analyze. It's only a one-time thing if ever. Maybe let's say you're just focusing on the highest time frames, whereby one move can take a long time to happen, and even once while it's happening, it can even take a long time for it to keep on happening up until it ends. So it's only one time when you're looking at it from that perspective. But when you are a retail trader who is mostly a day trader and even a swing trader, you might realize that you actually need to do what we call progressive analysis. Progressive analysis is basically where you are, even after analyzing, you just need to progress and move with the market. And actually, if there are any adjustments that need to be done as the market will be moving, you will have to do them appropriately depending on how the market will be moving. So here on the 1 hour, they've actually taken this to the downside. So now here, the most important thing is just to understand this inside structure, to understand where are we currently at according to that structure. That's a low, that's a high. Here we just need to make sure that we understand what's going on here, because if it's this one push, they can literally do this before they drop like that. So the most important price action for tomorrow on the dollar is this one, which we're currently having here. That's the most important price action. Here we have a slight demand here, which is it's not really a major demand. So here, once they shift here inside, they can even come to this inside structure before they drop. So that's just one thing that we just need to look out for there on the dollar index, And the other thing also now is, let me put this well. Right. This is where I'm going to end on the 30-minute time frame. So if they actually do something like this tomorrow, definitely it can actually result in a pullback, and a pullback even to any of these supplies, or even to break up there if they don't change structure on any of those supplies. So they can literally do something like this, right? So if they come to any of those supplies now and also induce it to the downside, that's how you know that they are going to drop. So tomorrow, basically, this is the price action that I'm having. If ever we do manage to do something like this, it means definitely tomorrow we can have something like this on the dollar. Then if the dollar does this, definitely your other pairs, which are your Nasdaq, your US30, your gold, they'll basically be doing the opposite. If the dollar is going up, definitely. So tomorrow we just need to make sure that we know what the market would have done by tomorrow. Before NFP happens, we just need to identify where the dollar index is and what it would have done. So having done all that analysis on the dollar index, let's go to our normal pairs, US30, Nasdaq, gold, GU. Then if we still have time, we'll move on to the other pairs that we have as well. So let me just okay. Right. I currently have a simple setup there on US30. Nothing crazy, nothing complicated. Let me go to the 4 hour or even the daily. Oh my God, what is this? 4 hour or daily. Let me go to the 4 hour time frame or daily on the US30. Right. So looking at the 4 hour structure like this, looking at the 4 hour structure on US30, this was a simple breakout structure to the left. Simple breakout structure. After breaking structure, they kept on going up and up. And here they haven't induced literally according to what I'm looking at here. But inside here, I think I mentioned even the other day in the class there that we have this bearish structure that is there. So you literally understand that if tomorrow, once the DXY confirms nicely, if it doesn't shift that inside structure, it will basically keep on dropping. So it means so here we have this inside bearish, sort of like bearish structure that we have inside, which if it maintains maintains up until maybe changes character down to actually be a good thing to the downside. So the most important thing now when you have a structure like that is your lower time frame. Once you got your lower time frame, you just need to understand if there is any shift in structure. So currently US30, if they are going to change character, they're going to change character. For example, here, looking at my 1 hour. This is my 1 hour, right? Let me go to my 8 hour to see the correct levels there. Right. So on the 8 hour, this is basically my level where I'm anticipating and put it here. Right, something like this. So if they're going to proceed up until they take this leg out, it means they have to maintain inside structure on a lower time frame perspective. So on a lower time frame perspective, so this is our ultimate change of character is this one. So if that ultimate change of character, that one, for them to reach there, they have to maintain bearish inside structure. So bearish inside structure here is basically these inside legs that you're seeing here. From here, they made this low, that low, that high, that low. So here they can even pull back here, then drop, then drop, then drop, something like this if they're going to take out this leg here. So this is the current structure I'm having on US30. So tomorrow also, once we do our analysis and maybe we find US30 on its let's say we actually realize that it will be dropping, or maybe it will be here on this supply area here. For example, here, once it comes to this supply area, you can just go to your 15-minute time frame. Once you see the shift, you can enter that sell. A very simple trade, not even complicated. Your target right now is simply this change of character level here, because if it comes there and doesn't change character, that's a whole different situation. But now, looking at the nature of the DXY, which is currently bullish, like what I showed you, it will actually be a good thing if it's actually an anticipation which is very, very, very probable for the US30 and other pairs to actually be bearish, because if the DXY is going to be bullish, like what I showed you for the rest of the year and all that, even if you're looking from the 4 hour, even if I go to the daily, you can literally see that they are bullish. Them being bullish like this, yeah, this is just a pullback, but overall they are targeting to be bullish. You can literally see that there is a lot of room for those other pairs to actually go down. There's a higher chances for them to actually go down. So you're looking at it from the daily, it will basically be an inducement to the downside. That change of character that we are looking forward to on the lower time frames, when you're looking at it from the daily, it will basically be an inducement, high, down, high, down. It failed to induce all this while. Failed to induce, failed to induce, failed to induce, failed to induce, failed to induce. So that is the level. Once you see them taking this out, know that the major pullback, which is a bearish one, would have begun. Then if they are going to keep on buying, they will buy. But after this huge pullback, which is a bearish one, would have happened. So that is what we're looking forward to. So going back to the 1 hour, the most important structure right now that we're having inside here is this one. That is the most important structure that we currently have inside here. So even if they take this, let me put my legs nicely here. So even if once they come here, I said you can go to 15-minute to get confirmation for an entry. But then when you see them maintaining, that will be a total different situation, right? If they maintain, it's also fine. But somehow, I'm still anticipating that drop around here. I'm anticipating a shift of structure on that 15M. If it doesn't shift here, and then it shifts here, you basically take the cells also from there. But tomorrow, I'm basically anticipating to see this in a bearish move, basically. So once you go to 15-minute, the only shift that I'm talking about that you need to see is literally something that is very simple, whereby here they are going up, right? This is one move. Here they're coming to take this out, something like this. Then they come, once they do the shift like this is the shift that I'm talking about. Once you see that shift, that's how you enter those cells. Once you enter those cells, just hold to these levels that I'm talking about. So currently you can see that they have this inside the bullish thing that is currently happening, which is what you can actually literally take advantage of to the upside. This is basically what you can take advantage of going to the upside. So nothing much to talk about there on the US 30. Nothing much to talk about there. I don't think there's anything more to discuss there. You can literally see that here. We are basically, it's sort of like a pullback into some of those levels that you're seeing there. Sort of like a simple mere pullback into those levels that you're seeing inside there. So let me move on to NASDAQ and other pairs as well. Let's see NASDAQ. Then we go to gold. Then we look at other major pairs as well. Right. So this is NASDAQ. Almost a similar thing to US 30. Almost a similar thing to US 30, whereby you can see that we are still overall bullish, but inside here we have a bearish structure. I think last week or a few days ago, I spoke about NASDAQ and this current bearish inside structure that we have been trading for the past few days. And I said, if they're going to keep on buying, they will basically even come here, or even extremely, I spoke about them coming here, then they shift, then they keep on buying. But if they are going to change character, they're literally going to maintain this inside bearish structure like what they are doing now. So here, even if they come to this level or any of those levels, they can still maintain the drop up until once you see them changing character, that will be the beginning of our major bearish bearish move to the downside. Once you see them changing that character, they've never changed character ever since January this year. So once you see them changing character, that will be the beginning. That will actually be resembling the beginning of the major move to the downside. So this was not really a complicated thing, even taking advantage of this inside structure, because after this break, you could have taken sales there. After that, sort of like here, it didn't break, but it still came back here. You could have even sold there. Then this is a break. So if they come even maybe around these levels, there it was tapped already, so they might not come there. Let me go to 1 hour. It was tapped already, that level, so they might not even come there. The only level that I'm having, which is untapped, is this one. This one, let me just do it like this, right? So NASDAQ is even sort of like presenting a very beautiful opportunity there, which one can even partake on and actually hold to this up until they break here and even tap this other level that we spoke about. Because so long we haven't changed character, you will be taking sales, but those sales, they are still having a limitation of this, because this is still a bullish order flow or bullish market structure. So if you're going to be taking sales, they are still having some restrictions within here. So here, if you're going to take a sell there, our target is literally around here. Then if they keep on maintaining inside structure on a lower time frame, you can still hold. If they keep on going, beautiful. So you just need to do and look at inside structure there. So now the most important thing, once they've tapped the level, you go to 15M, 15 minute. Let's see what's happening on 15 minute time frame. So 15-minute time frame, this is one leg up, one leg down. This is one leg up. Here they came down, they went up here, made a lower high. Then here they took this level out, which is literally an entry opportunity there, which is literally a simple entry opportunity. Very simple entry opportunity that I'm looking at there. Very simple sell entry opportunity. So even after they come and take this level out, you can even wait for this, for them to keep going to the downside. But I'm actually anticipating a maintenance of a bearish structure inside there. A maintenance of bearish structure inside there. Ultimately, they also have to come and take out this leg as well, because this leg is also a leg that made this one. This is one leg. So if they're going to give you this bearish, you can partake in it. But as you're partaking in it, once they come and take this out, you literally have to protect all your trades that will be up there, just in case something else happens, which is not necessarily what you were basically anticipating initially. So inside there, they can literally give us those sells to the downside. So Nasdaq, nothing much to discuss there. Nothing much to discuss. I even saw this move this week, early this week on Monday, which is the day before yesterday. It was a very simple sell because they were still maintaining bearish structure. This was a lower high, lower low, lower low there. They came to the lower high. When they do the shift, which is this one, this is a confirmation, right? That you always want. Even here, this is a confirmation that you always want. If this confirmation doesn't happen, those are the signs that will tell you that they're going to break your level. So that's the main reason, the main importance of that confirmation. So here, all the time when they gave the confirmation, you were basically supposed to sell. TP, you could have put it here. All the time when you gave confirmation, the pullback there, you could have sold, hold up until TP there. Same thing here. I'm saying once they give us these confirmations, that sell, you can even enter it, but stop loss is tight there, slightly above here. Then once they come now and start to break these inside structures, if they give you that pullback as well, those will just be extra additional sells up until we take structure to the downside. So Nasdaq, nothing much to talk about there. Let's look at gold as well as GU. Then if we still have time, we'll look at other major pairs as well. But so gold, nothing much also there that is happening. That is there's nothing confusing that is happening on gold, because basically it has reached its highest levels or its highest price basically. So whenever price has reached its highest price, even if it's going to keep on maintaining going up, one of the first major things we anticipate is a reversal into especially a level like this before they just keep on going up. So here, first thing, just when you're looking at the daily, it will be take out inducement. Then if they're going to keep on buying, they have to come and shift here and go up. But when you see them coming and changing character, like what you saw on the other pairs, so if they change character there, it means you're now looking forward to a major move, maybe to these other major levels down there. So currently, this is the structure on the daily 4-hour. 4-hour, the simple level they have to take out on the 4-hour is this for sales. If they don't take out that, it means there are no sales that will happen currently. But so far, I can see the decrease in momentum to the upside by even the length of these moves. If you notice, this was longer, then this one was shorter, then this one is also shorter. So if we not get something like this, we basically have some clean sales, clean sales, clean sales. Want to maintain, we'll just look at how they're going to flow to the downside like that. Going to the 1-hour. So this is basically a confirmation that is key, even when you're looking from the 1-hour perspective, a confirmation that is key, especially for sales. For buys, it was very simple. There was nothing complicated for buys because literally here you can see that was a simple break of structure there on the 1-hour, simple break. To the left here, we can literally see that was an inducement. Then after the inducement, here when they came and induced to the upside, that was a simple buying opportunity from here. You could have bought there, TP there. Then here they came again. So it's basically even here when they did this upside shift, that was also an opportunity to enter. You could have entered upon the higher low, or even this one, or even this one. All of these entries, this one and this one, will also okay. Even this one, you'll also find TP targeting around that level. So currently now, so I can literally say according to this 1-hour structure, we have to come and change character maybe around there if they're going to change character. If they're going to maintain structure, it's still also fine. but basically we anticipate this. If ever they're going to give us sales, we anticipate something like this. Then if they're going to go up, then they have to shift again to the upside. So you just focus, once they shift to the downside, you focus on those trades that will be giving you to the downside. Then once they shift to the upside, then you do the opposite. So now this is the most important level that I'm looking at on the 1 hour. Then go to the 15. Let's see if ever there's anything serious happening on the 15. So remember your 1 hour inducement, when you're looking at it from a 15-minute perspective, when you're looking at it from a 15-minute perspective, it will basically be your 15-minute change of character. So this is a simple break like this. Then it's a simple inducement, which is here. So this is the level that we want them to come and check out, which will basically be our change of character when you're looking at it from a 15-minute perspective. So looking at here, there's nothing crazy there. There's nothing crazy basically that's happening. Nothing much to write home about, because this is basically an adjustment, right? And currently, those are just short-term sales. These are just short-term sales that are not even that serious. Because if you ever, let's say you took a sell from here, or even here, those are not really serious sales as yet, because they haven't really changed character. Because if they haven't changed character, even on a 15-minute time, especially on a 15-minute time frame, it means those sales, they are not really solid as yet. So here, if they're going to buy, you just see by a shift of structure to the upside. Once you see structure shifting to the upside, that's how you know that they are going to buy. So if they come maybe to this demand, they tap this demand, then they shift structure like this, know that they're going to buy to break there. If they break there, they change here. Now you know that now we can now have longer sales that are going to the downside. So currently there's nothing serious happening there on gold. These are just minor sales. They're not even serious sales. They might literally even shift structure even upon tapping here on this demand. So there's nothing much happening there on gold. The only serious trade that I think I saw for this week was literally maybe on Monday. Let me check. When was this? Okay. It was basically on Monday after this major break. It was basically on Monday, because here they came and they induced, like here, they induced on 15M. After that inducement, they gave these short-term sales, and then they shifted structure to the upside. So when I saw them making this high and this higher low, then they broke here. Here you could have even entered buys. Entering buys here, you could have put your stop loss below here. This was the only reasonable trade for this week that I saw. Right here, that was a simple buy that you could have even partaked on like this. Entering there, you don't need to put your stop loss all the way down there, because according to structure, you just had to put your stop loss even here. Your TP could have been here, because here there's no other high that is there. So your TP is also, there are also strategic TPs that you even follow structure as well if you want to maximize on those setups. So if you follow structure here, you literally realize that they never also inch to the downside. They maintained up until here, when they came and kind of induced to the downside. So that was one good trade for the week that I saw. So when they induce not to the downside there, that's when you can even think of coming out of your sales. So around here, that was maybe going to be a TP for gold. So even this sales, there is no need for you to take this sales, because they are still short term. The market is still bullish even there on the 15M. But once you see now 15M changing character, that's a good. So yeah, even this upside shift there, that was a simple also buy that one could have taken. It's very short-term trade, not that long, not that long. Stop loss could have been here, and your TP could have been even extending this. If you wanted to extend that, you can even put your Fibonacci from the low, this low to this high. If you check, it actually hit negative 27%. That could have been your good simple TP on that move. You can check they're not really serious or long-term trades that have basically been happening. So now I'm saying even here, there's no need for you even to take sales because of this adjustment. The most important thing is this. Once you see a change of character on 15 minutes, that one is a good confirmation now to start taking sales. If there is no that, it means literally you just need to be focusing on where the market is going. So here, if they tap here and shift structure, means you just basically buy. But tomorrow, NFP, before NFP happens, I think we'll also have a session. We'll see if we're going to have a live or whatever. But if tomorrow comes and we realize that we have changed character, most probably we will have some sales. Most probably we'll have some sales. If ever, we would have changed character by tomorrow, depending on where we are also going to be. But if ever we would have changed character, definitely we might actually have some good sales to the downside. The same thing, almost a similar thing to what we're anticipating on US 30 as well as on Nasdaq. You'll see that there's a similarity to all of those things that we're looking at. So let's look at GU, which is, I think, going to be our last pair. Let me see. I mean, go to the daily, look at GU from the daily. If you look at GU from the daily, you literally see that, let me put my analysis. That was an adjustment, that was a break, that was an adjustment, and that was a change of character to the downside. The change of character is literally this one here, which actually resembles major sales to the downside. But before those major sales happens, obviously there has to be a major pullback, which is this one. So the pullback has been happening ever since last year, October, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. This is one up, this is down, this is up. So yeah, they're back here. They can still push further up, right? Just looking at it from a daily picture or a daily perspective. So according to the daily perspective, the last break here is this one. The last internal break is this one. And if they haven't taken out this leg, it means they can still give us buys to the upside, right? Like this, then come to break maybe around there. Then when you go to the 8-hour or 4-hour, good essay, please check this. Took some good sales on it. VIX 75. It's not yet the sales that you took, they are not yet confirmed. It isn't fully confirmed for the sales. So that's why they are basically short term up until the confirmation has happened. So here, so we currently have this simple structure on 8-hour, whereby we broke structure up, came down. So here, if they that was a drop, that was a drop, that was a drop, that was a drop, that was a drop. So yeah, if they come here and fail to take this out, they'll basically keep on selling. Then when they keep on selling now and take this leg out, that's an overall change of character. Once it's an overall change of character, that's wow, that's how you know that the major swing sales on GU, they've actually begun. When they've begun like that, you just need a very good entry point from the top. So if they maintain this, it means definitely maybe somewhere around these levels. That's where they might pull back onto, or even to the imbalance, maybe around here. They can even. So I'm giving this as just a heads up of even a major move that can literally start to happen on GU, which is a swing sell. So once you see them maintaining this, that's a change of character. Then obviously they will need to induce up again. Then once they get to the level as well, they need to induce down again. Then that's how you take your swing cells. And there, your TP is not only this, but you can even hold it long, 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 up until they even come here. All you can be doing, you can be scaling in as they'll be coming down, or maximizing. Even if you take it from there to here, that's a long time, and that's actually good money just from that level to this level. So currently inside there, they are bearish. Externally, they are bullish. So here, once structure shifts from the lower time frames here and they don't break that, they'll basically sell. Go to the 4-hour, same thing, nothing much there to explain. It's the same similar thing. So GU, it even gives some simple cells from this level there. That was a simple cell from here. Then they broke structure here. Uh, Right. So looking at it from this perspective, they can literally, once they confirm here, they can keep on selling. But if they take that out now, it's a different situation because they can literally pull back and give you buys to the upside. But so far, they are still bearish inside there, still pushing to the downside. Let me go to 1 hour. So on the 1 hour, I have also this simple setup that I'm having, which is a bearish setup, still a bearish setup as well inside. Still a bearish setup inside there. So yeah, if they come here and they shift, once they do this shift, the shift that I'm talking about is this one. Once they shift to the downside, you literally take sells. So that's all you're waiting for. Even if they shift up, you don't necessarily start to take buys. You can wait for a slight pullback before they buy. Maybe from here, they're going to buy after the break. But so far, we are still anticipating. So here, if they do shift like this, they'll literally drop, which is basically the same drop that we are looking most probably, that is most probably being looked forward to on those other pairs that we have checked out. Right, so this is it. That's the level. Once they do give you the confirmation there on the level, you just need to take the trade from that level. You just need to take the trade, which is going to be a sell from that level. So this is a simple structure. A lower high, lower low. This confirmation up. Then they broke, then they came back. So once they confirm like this, you will literally take sales from here coming down. So for now, you can literally wait